Welcome everyone to our presentation. We are Big Data Strategic Solutions, and this presentation will outline our consulting work with Superstore. Big Data Strategic Solutions Incorporated is a Silicon Valley-based consulting company. Our services will often include insights, explanations, and stories that were buried in the data. Based on these findings, we create customized strategic solutions with implementation plans that improve the performance and profitability of our clients' business practices. My name is Angela Lay, Senior VP of Marketing, and the rest are the members of our team, Ryan, Mary, and Jacob. Data is all around us. Superstore's recent decision to implement a data solution like IO Labs allows them to utilize this data to improve process, business strategy, and increase their revenue and profits. IO Labs Connect and IO Labs Flow offer Superstore a set of analytic tools to understand consumer trends and create personalized, targeted advertising campaigns. Real-time data will be available to all members with access. This can be utilized for timely business decision-making and can also be used for modeling accurate forecasts through predictive analytics. At BDSS Inc., we follow a rigorous 5-step analytical process in order to provide the best strategic recommendations based on quality big data. Our strategy is to analyze the existing business conditions to find key areas of opportunity for data analytics utilization through Superstore's new IO Labs solutions. Through data analytics, we will outline areas of success and opportunity for the company. Our process is outlined by our hypotheses that set the stage for our research. These inquiries will focus on key business operations to understand drivers of performance. Our metrics answer our hypothesis by utilizing the data available. These metrics will guide key business decisions on where to best utilize IO Labs once implemented. Our action is all about applying our key findings into a solid plan for implementation of IO Labs. Finally, alignment. Our alignment is the final step in which IO Labs will be deployed at Superstore. The burning platform for IO Labs relates to its ability to quickly dissect data into valuable information to drive business decisions. The company currently has very volatile and inconsistent results despite organic sales growth year over year. When developing a vision for data management, Superstore must understand its customer base, service components, risk, rewards, and future for expansion. Our 5 critical questions and hypotheses that guides our research are outlined here. In the coming slides, we will go through each of these 5 areas and test our hypothesis. In the end, we will take our findings and apply them to an actionable plan for a successful implementation of IO Labs and a sound data vision for the company. I will now hand it over to Jacob.
Before answering why do we ship first class, it's important to understand the seasonality of our sales. Superstore's sales spike around major events such as back to school and fourth quarter holiday shopping. When sales increase, so do the delay in shipments. This top visualization is for the year 2017, and other years in the complete data set show similar trends. Only 27% of shipments were on time, while the rest of shipments were either early or late. Early shipments can increase costs due to increased levels of inventory. Late shipments can negatively affect customer service satisfaction and can increase the price of shipping. This brings us to the question, how does late shipping affect our costs? Superstore has to ship first class as they are already behind in receiving their products. First class shipping is significantly more expensive than other modes of shipping. It should be avoided if possible in order to reduce costs. This table shows that 80% of first class shipments were late in the fourth quarter for all 4 years of data. The need for first class shipments should be driven by the late nature of these orders. This could be caused by internal or external supply chain issues, which should be explored further. Our recommendation is that Superstore improves forecasting. If forecasting can become more accurate, supply chain managers should be able to reduce the amount of late shipments through informed planning. IO Labs can help to improve forecasting by providing real-time data for analysis. These trends can be used to create order expectations with improved accuracy. This would also reduce the number of early shipments, decreasing the cost of inventory. Brian will talk through our findings on discounts.
Thank you, Jacob. While discounts can provide incentives for customers to buy our product, they can reduce the top line significantly. In the case of Superstore, discounts can be as high as 80%. We group the customers into 2 groups, the top 20 customers by sales dollars, and then all other customers. The trend around discounting and profit is similar for each of these groups. This means the company is not discounting products based on top customers. With IOLabs, the company will have more detailed information about each customer and can target them with discounts that makes business sense. Currently, discounts seem to be random and generous, eating into the company profits. The graph on the left is simply a correlation of discount percent and profit ratio. The second chart looks at the top 13 customers by sales dollars. The top percent is the profit margin, and the second percent you see above the bar is the discount rate. You can see the top customer, Sean Miller, has a negative profit and is receiving a generous 25% discount. It's unclear whether Superstore understands the impact of discounts like these. Furthermore, you can see that there's no consistent trend with discounting for top customers. There seems to be no strategy. Now let's take a look at the product mix and how it can affect the bottom line. The line graph illustrates sales growth for each category over time, and the percent shown for each year is the profit ratio, where you can see that furniture is much less profitable compared to the office supplies and technologies. From 2017 to 2018, the mix was much better as Superstore grew both office supplies and technology much more than furniture. All else equal, the company will grow its profit by continuing this positive product mix. On the right graph, you can see profit changes by product subcategory. Here you can see that the company is generating much more profit in terms of dollars for technology and office supplies. And again, furniture is not providing much profit for the company. Superstore must use its data analytic tools to support the sales growth in both the office supplies and technologies category. Jacob will now talk through the customer segment analysis.
The consumer segment has the most sales revenue and the lowest profit margin. The home office segment has the least amount of sales revenue, but has the highest profit ratio of all three segments. The corporate segment is in the middle for both sales revenue and profit margin. We recommend increasing investment of attention and resources to the home office segment, as it has the most potential for increased profit from overall growth. Profit ratio varies greatly from state to state. It looks like strategic policy decisions are made on the local level rather than a regional or national level. If policies were made on the national level, there should be more congruence among different states.
This slide talks about the difference between Michigan and Ohio, a high-performing versus low-performing state. Our team compared two similar states in terms of total sales that had very different performance. The top left graph shows profit ratio for each state, while the other three try to explain why performance in Ohio is much worse than Michigan. In the product mix, the mix between the states is similar. Furniture is roughly the same percent of total sales for each state. In discounting, the Ohio sales team is offering significant discounts while Michigan offers none. And in shipping, there are more late shipments from Ohio, hurting service and additional shipping costs. The takeaway here was that discounting was the biggest difference that had a very bad impact on Ohio performance. In addition, late shipments out of Ohio were much worse. The issue in Ohio is not related to product mix. This slide reiterates the need for central management to standardize business practices among states and regions through a control tower. Superstore has plans to expand their operations in one of the countries they are currently operating. They have narrowed down the options to France, Germany, and Norway. Our team looked at microeconomic factors as well as business results in order to give an opinion on where expansion should be done. In addition to the stats in this chart, we considered minimum wage, cost of living, and corporate income tax in each country. The investments in France and Germany would be relatively safe. Superstore has a big presence in each country, and growth is modest but profitable. Norway represents a huge opportunity, though. The microeconomic conditions and business environment is very favorable. Norway is also not in the EU, which could be an advantage in regards to stricter EU data laws. However, the expansion may be riskier in Norway because a large investment would be required to build the business presence in this market. We recommend that Superstore expand in the German market. The profitability is much better in Germany, and the business environment is slightly more favorable compared to France.
Now we will talk about our action plan. The vision for data management we have developed with Superstore is aggressive, but it's achievable. It requires cultural change that is supported by senior management. Key business decisions will need to be made based on relevant data points and made by national control towers. In regards to workflow changes, the illustration on the left shows how two different regions operate and get information from two different sources. This is the current state, which leads to inconsistent decisions and results. In the future, information management and key business decisions will be made using a centralized and standardized information, such as dashboard analytics. This is shown on the right, where you can see all data is centrally managed and each region utilizes the same source of data. This will drive consistency throughout the organization, and best practices will become the norm for all operating units. Finally, both supervised and unsupervised learning will be present. With IO Labs, the introduction of unsupervised learning will enhance the company's ability to drive results with predictive analytics. Collecting data on customers in real time will give data analytics the ability to build cluster analysis and predictive financial modeling. All of these tools will be consistent across the globe and accessible to all managers. Forecast modeling and what-if scenario planning will give each manager the information to make day-to-day decisions on pricing, targeted advertising, inventory levels, and much more. All employees must be involved in this transformation. It starts with the approval and sponsorship from senior management. Middle management must be engaged with the implementation so that they can cascade the communication to all levels of the organization. Training must be deployed to all users of the information and new systems. The implementation should be rolled out in stages, beginning with the regions that offer the least amount of risk with deployment. The company must monitor progress for each deployment, and that plan is outlined in the chart below. As always, management must consider data privacy and data protection laws in each of the legal jurisdictions it operates. They must stay ahead of trends in the regulatory environment. Mary will conclude our team's presentation with our recommendations.
As Superstore deploys its IO Labs technology, they need to keep our findings and recommendations in mind. Starting with shipping, Superstore has an issue with late shipments. The likely cause is stock out of inventory. This not only causes late shipments, but expensive first-class shipments. In order to address this issue, our recommendation is to ensure implementation of IO Labs to include analytical tools to enable forecasting through unsupervised learning. This will become an intelligent tool that will suggest targeted advertising and discounts to each customer, but in a reasonable fashion. Discounts will be strategic and will work to increase total profit and not erode margins. In regions, we know some regions are doing well and others are doing very poor. With IO Labs, it will learn order patterns through data collected and will provide timely and accurate forecasts to ensure inventory is available for sales. Establishing a central command for data management and decision-making will yield more congruence in different states. Implementation of this strategy must come from the top down, but with the support from each region. Discounts is another problem area for Superstore, and we believe this is where IO Labs will help the most. With IO Labs, data about each customer who opts into the service will be available. This will become an intelligent tool that will suggest targeted advertising and discounts to each customer. In our product mix, focus on technology and office supplies will increase profits. Again, IO Labs will be able to know when a customer enters the store and can target the customer toward Superstore's most profitable categories. And finally, on our customer, we focus on customer segments like home office will help the overall profitability of the company. Much like discounting and product mix, IO Labs can drive improvements in these categories. If Superstore applies our recommendations, we believe they will be on their way to establishing a data vision. This vision will guide their investment in IO Labs as well as any expansion they pursue. Thank you for joining our presentation.